Coming up, the first proposed plan for Iowa redistricting was released. And the UI's student government is offering new incentives for getting the COVID vaccine. We'll tell you how to get yours later.
Will the Hawkeyes continue their football winning streak as they face off against Kent State? I'll tell you more in sports.
The weather is going to be great for all you Hawkeye football fans. I'll tell you more in weather.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in to DITV. I'm Julia Richards. The first redistricting plan was released by the Iowa Legislative Services Agency on Thursday. DITV politics reporter Lauren Johnson is in the newsroom with more. Lauren, how would this plan affect Iowa City if it's confirmed?
Well, Julia, this plan would move Johnson County, where Iowa City is, to District 1. Currently, it's a part of District 2. It will also put Lynn County, which has Cedar Rapids, and Johnson County in the same district. This could make it more likely to see a Democratic candidate from District 1 if both counties continue to vote along past trends. If passed, this would go into effect on the 2022 midterm elections. It would also change Iowa's districts from going in a clockwise circle of 1, 2, 3, 4 to being more random. Iowa's redistricting process is unique because it's completely nonpartisan. The proposed maps are created by the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, which is a nonpartisan group. This prevents a practice called gerrymandering, where the party in power redistricts to make it more likely for them to continue to have power. However, just because the creation of the map is nonpartisan, it does not mean that party lines won't affect this at all, as it does have to pass the Republican-controlled Iowa legislature in order to be put in play. Back to you, Julia.
Thanks, Lauren. COVID-19 case numbers in Iowa are increasing with almost 4,000 new cases this week. So UI's student government is combating that by offering prizes to students who get vaccinated. Students showing their vaccine card will get a free gift card and can enter in a contest to win more prizes. You can pick up the gift card at the IMU Welcome Center by showing your vaccine card. Once you have received your gift card, you become eligible to enter prize drawings. The Iowa City Downtown District Gift Card Incentive Program launched last spring. Prizes such as tickets to football games, Apple devices, and gift cards will be drawn every Monday for 6 weeks. As of September 14th, 65% of people living in Johnson County have gotten both vaccine doses, making it the highest percentage of people in Iowa to be fully vaccinated. About 53% of the population of Iowa is fully vaccinated. The university encourages social distancing and mask wearing when possible, as well as getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Free walk-in vaccine shots are available at the Student Health in the IMU Nurse Care Clinic. And the University of Iowa has started the process of updating McLean Hall. This will be the first in a series of renovations to the 3 of the Pentecrest buildings. McLean, Jessup, and McBride Hall have been largely untouched for 100 years. Executive Vice President and Provost of the university, Kevin Kriegel, said, quote, "The Pentecrest is the heart of our campus, and it's vital that we keep these buildings up to date so they can effectively support our core mission of academics and serve our mission," end quote. On September 16th, the Board of Regents approved the UI's request for $27.9 million to modernize McLean Hall. Now the request goes to the Iowa legislature for consideration. If approved, design would start in spring 2022 and construction would start in 2023. These renovations would include improved accessibility matters, new wiring and lighting, and revamping of the outside of McLean Hall. And students attending Iowa City school districts and several other districts across the state will be required to wear masks inside. Earlier this week, a federal judge in Des Moines put Iowa's ban on mask mandates on hold. The ruling said the ban was unfair to students with a higher risk of severe COVID-19 complications, but who wanted to attend in-person classes. The lawsuit was brought by 11 parents of children who faced severe health risks from COVID-19. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds criticized the ruling on Twitter, saying, quote, "We will appeal and exercise every legal option we have to uphold state law and defend the rights and liberties afforded to any American citizen protected by our Constitution," end quote. The Iowa State Education Association say they support the ruling but are not requiring districts to mandate masks. The restraining order is temporary. At Thursday's Board of Regents meeting, Board President Mike Richards said the governing body does not intend to put a mask mandate in place. Though the Des Moines-based judge's ruling allowed Iowa City community school districts to mandate masks, that suspension does not apply to Regent universities. Richards also said he does not see the governing body allowing universities to require masks in the near future. Now let's toss it to Sarah in the weather room for more on Iowa City weather.
Thanks, Julia. Iowa City is going to have one more hot and sunny weekend before the fall weather is here to stay. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 82, and temperatures will fall into the high 50s this evening. Tomorrow's game day will be mostly sunny with a high of 82, and those toasty temps will continue into Sunday and Monday. Later in the week, Iowa City will be cooled down with temperatures moving into the low 70s. It seems like that walk to classes will finally start to be a little bit more comfortable than Hawkeyes. Now let's throw it to Destiny for a breakdown of Hawkeye sports.
Thanks, Sarah. The 5th-ranked Hawkeyes return home to Kinnick tomorrow to face off with Kent State. Iowa's defense has been the star of the show this season, but Kent State's defense is currently top-ranked in the country for most interceptions. This means Iowa's offense will have to convert on third downs and find success in the end zone if they want to win.
Two of the biggest stats are going to be on third down, staying on the field, and then the other part is getting down in the red zone and getting touchdowns, not just field goals.
The Hawks stand at a 2-0 record against two top 25 teams, but Iowa isn't focused on the rankings this early on in the season.
We have a quality opponent coming here on Saturday. Just because they're from the MAC, that doesn't mean they're not good. They're, watching film on them, they're really talented squad, so we have to be ready for them.
Kickoff starts at 2:30 tomorrow. Be sure to tune into our website for a recap of the match. And the Iowa women's soccer team opens up their Big Ten play this Sunday against Northwestern. Northwestern has been a threat to Iowa in recent years, as Iowa has not beaten the Wildcats since 2014.
Defense is really solid. They're a really hard team to break, and so that's something that we've been working on and that we were talking about at practice today. So it's going to be a really good game, and I think that if we are on, attacking wise and we're able to transition quickly out of those areas, then we'll be pretty successful.
Iowa is entering this matchup with a strong 6-1-1 record. In their past 8 games, they have outscored their opponents 15-4, but their stellar defense will be put to the test as they face one of the Big Ten's leading scorers, Josie Alessino from Northwestern.
Make sure that we're aware of her and slow her down, and I think also keep them in front of us and make them have to play around us so that they have to play in possession versus transition.
Iowa has struggled to capitalize on scoring opportunities this season, but if the Hawks are able to quickly find the net and maintain their strong defense, the Wildcats will be in for a tough match this Sunday. And in the Big Ten volleyball world, head coach Vicki Brown is making an impact, being only one of 4 women as head coaches in the conference. DITV sports reporter Marin O'Connor tells us more on Brown's impact as a coach.
Being one of very few women head coaches in the Big Ten, Iowa's own Coach Vicki Brown is not only looking to inspire her players, but future coaches as well.
It's always great to see someone in those leadership roles to inspire other coaches, that former players that are now looking after their pro careers, or former players that just kind of get bit by the coaching bug.
After graduating from Iowa and the volleyball program, Coach Vicki Brown wants her team to know that they are winners, but her ultimate goal is that they leave with so much more.
How strong their voice is. I think anyone that believes that their voice, their opinion, their perspective of things does matter, then they go into any avenue they're in with a different sense of confidence.
Coach Brown continues to push for women in leadership positions as she leads the Hawkeyes today and tomorrow at the Mile High Invitational in Denver, Colorado. From Extreme Arena, I'm Marin O'Connor, DITV Sports.
Check out the Daily Iowan website for more DITV sports content. Let's toss it back to Julia.
Thanks, Destiny. In a sad turn, California's Museum of Pinball is closing after almost 8 years of operation. Though the Warehouse Museum was only open 9 days a year, it hosted nearly 1,700 playable machines that are now to be auctioned off. During its operation, the museum even won a place in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most people playing pinball simultaneously. The collection had hundreds of extremely rare and valuable machines, including an Addams Family machine that went for $22,500. The final auctions start next week through September 26th. Then the museum will close its doors for the final time. Thank you for tuning in to DITV News. I'm Julia Richards. Have a great day.
DITV.